Hello, my name is Sophia Kurtz, and I was a former employee at Tommy Hilfiger, and I wanted to address an issue that I noticed while my time being there, even though it was short from February to August, that Tommy could definitely work on if they wanted to keep employees there longer than just a few months, and it's low employee morale. So while I was working there, we were on a strict no talking schedule. We could not talk to our coworkers. We could only talk to the customers that needed help, but other than that, it's don't say a word. And whenever I did try to talk to a coworker to get help or to see if there's anything that I needed to do to help them with, I would get called out on the radio and you would just get in trouble. And then they don't motivate you as much as you think a boss would, especially in a very high brand store. Instead, they would look at what you're doing and then just walk away. And when you felt like you folded the shirts completely correct, they would say, no, do it again. And it felt like there was nothing right that you could do, and there was no encouragement coming from them to motivate you to work even harder. And so, with that being said, low employee morale will lead to an inefficient work ethic. It will stop the company from being successful if there's unhappy employees there, because unhappy employees will run customers out of the store. And it doesn't take much. A customer can easily recognize an unhappy employee with the way they walk through the store, with their shoulders shrugged, with their posture all out of place, or with their tone of voice or the look on their face. Then at that point, the customer doesn't want to ask for help. The customer doesn't want to engage with the worker. They want to get out of there and go somewhere where they're going to feel like they can get the help they need from someone that is more happy to be there. And there's a few ways that I want to share that will help improve employee morale within a workforce. The first is encouraging efficient communication. Now, yes, I understand communication within a work environment or any kind of store will look unprofessional, but there's ways to do it professionally. If there's no customer in the store, you should be able to allow to communicate with one another. At Tommy, there could be no customer in the store for a good hour, a good 2 hours, a good 30 minutes, but you were still not allowed to talk to one another. You had to refold shirts that were already folded or long sleeves that were already folded. You had to keep yourself busy. And so encouraging communication, it will make the work environment friendly, and it will promote efficient work ethic amongst everyone. And it will allow us employees to feel more comfortable to go to the boss about an issue or a problem we're having, rather than feeling if we say one thing, we could get fired or we could get scheduled less. And it's just not right to feel that way for working for a company, especially if you want to be there for a long time. You want to feel appreciated, you want to feel valued. But when you're told not to talk, then you feel like you can't ask anyone for help, and then you try and do it on your own and it doesn't work out. So there are, like, you can communicate with one another, just as long as no one's in the store, it should be fine. Or help the customer out, check them out, and then get back to your conversation. As long as the customer is your first priority, I believe communication should be allowed amongst everyone, as long as it's not getting in the way of working. Another solution is interpersonal relationships. I do feel as if you have strong relationships within everyone you're working with, then you're bound to see very efficient work being done. You will see them trying to complete the task in less than 10 minutes. You will see them asking to help out more. You will see them trying to engage more with customers. You'll see all of that. And it's because they feel so comfortable being in that work environment, because everyone is on good terms. Everyone can talk to each other. Everyone can relate to each other. Everyone will help each other out. But at Tommy, it was a very slim chance you're going to have a good relationship with any one of the bosses, because they're there to work and they either see you or they don't. And it was hard to work with that coming from a different place where you felt appreciated. And then building motivation is my last solution to improving employee morale. Motivation plays a very big role in the workforce. If you're not motivated to be there, you will not give it your all. You will drive customers away. You will not engage on purpose because you don't feel motivated. And it comes from just being recognized for the little things you do, and it will make you want to do it more. For instance, if I folded that whole table, instead of getting a good job or that looks good, I would just get told, redo it, keep yourself busy. That's cool, move on to the next table. And it's like you want to be encouraged and you want to be supported with the activities you do at a job because you want to feel valued and you want to feel appreciated, but that's not going to happen if you're not motivated. And I understand that motivating your employees can take some time out of your day, but it will help lead to a more successful company if your employees are motivated, if they have a strong work ethic, if everyone in there has a strong connection with one another. You will see more success than failure. And so I recommend from these 3 solutions I've given, solution number 2, interpersonal relationships. And I recommend this one because it's a combination of communication and motivation all put together in one. In order to have a solid relationship with someone, you have to communicate. And in order to communicate, you have to have motivation to do that. And you have to be able to keep that connection strong. And it all just starts with small talk, asking about their weekend or their day, and then it will continue to grow. But having relationships in the work area, you will have a healthy work environment. You will have happy employees. They'll want to be there and they'll want to stay. And I do recommend that Tommy Hilfiger tries this out because I guarantee you the employee rate will go through the roof.